This picture of a tulip bulb costs more than your car. This rock costs more than your house. In fact, you could probably buy 5 houses for the price of this virtual picture anyone can download for free. And I know most of you are thinking right now, wow, I don't even have a house. But homeless or not, today we're gonna unpack what the hell is going on with NFTs. Thanks for coming to the TED Talk. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the $10 million studio. I'm your host, the non-fungible detective. And today we're talking about why Logan Paul just spent $600,000 on a JPEG of this and why that's idiotic. But first, let's talk about NFTs more broadly. We're gonna start with the basic assumption that most of you guys know what a non-fungible token is. If you don't, here's a wonderful video by Johnny Harris. WTF is an NFT. But basically, NFTs are a technology that allows you to make a digital asset like a song, picture, book, whatever. They allow you to make it unique, to make it scarce. So far, this technology has primarily been used in the art world. CryptoPunks, pudgy penguins, whatever a beeple is, the industry has been going insane, and there's been an absolute run on the market, with prices exploding in a way that frankly makes it seem like it's never gonna stop. Everyone seems to want to get in on NFTs, especially the famous projects like CryptoPunks. Even Visa couldn't resist the FOMO. They recently threw their hat in the ring by paying $150,000 for this image, which I copied just now. And this has left many people suspicious, some of them dismissing all NFTs sort of as scams. People are calling it the 21st century Tulip mania, which is a callback to a famous speculative bubble where people started to pay insane prices for tulip bulbs in the hopes that other people would pay even higher prices, and so on until the bubble popped. And it's easy to make that comparison partly because people are literally selling NFTs of tulips now. Because yes, ladies and gentlemen, I showed it at the beginning of the video, but this is completely real. This is an NFT collection called the Dutch Tulip Field, which is a callback to that exact speculative bubble, and they're like self-aware of it, and people are still paying insane prices for these things, with this one selling for $57,000 for this picture, which is the price of a very nice car. Look, can you imagine, like, you're going out to get a car, but you come back home with a JPEG because you're like, I thought it was a better investment. So, I mean, you can understand why a lot of people see this as a scam. So with things like this succeeding, it's hard to blame people for being suspicious. And I think we should call these things out as scams. But this isn't what NFTs are actually about. NFTs aren't scams any more than actual tulip bulbs are scams. It's only when people start acting irrationally then it becomes a scam, because yeah, there's no way a picture of a rock is worth millions of dollars. But this is sort of what's so annoying right now about this new wave of influencers who are making waves by announcing in massive headlines that they just purchased super expensive NFTs like Logan Paul. Quote, just dropped 188 ETH, $623,000 on this one-of-one bumblebee, probably nothing, and this is the JPEG. And this whole attitude and approach is about flipping NFTs for profit and eventually making money, and the endless speculation on what's going to be the next hyped up NFT. And that's where the scam is. But there's this whole other side to NFTs that have hardly been getting any press, and I want to give you that side of things too. And that's NFTs from the normal artist and collector perspective. And that's 100% not a scam. And this actually hits really close to home because, guys, I don't know if you guys know this, but roll some of the B-roll. Guys, as Coffeezilla, I rely on digital artists for what I do. Now, I'm not going to get into why. Not here in the $10 million studio, you understand. But needless to say, this show wouldn't be possible without our amazing digital artist, Ed, who we sometimes refer to as Little Pixar, Instagram link down below. But what I've realized with working with him is that most 21st century artists don't work on canvases anymore. They work on computers. And the great side of this is that you can design amazing, immersive 3D environments like never before. But the downside is, well, it's hard to get anyone to value that and pay for it. Even though it can be way more detailed and accurate than any paintings from the 1600s that go for millions, it doesn't matter because there's no scarcity. I'm going to play some digital art from another guy named Jonas that I really like. But artists like him, artists like Ed, who are insanely talented, they really have no way to sell their products in the way they could back in the day if they were painting, right? Selling canvases. And so the options for them are limited. Maybe they have to go work for a studio or a video game company and they can't be an independent artist like they might want to be. And this is where NFTs come in. For the first time, digital artists who don't use a physical brush can now be properly valued because they can make limited copies of something. And if they're popular enough and they have rarity and value to collectors, they'll get paid for it. Just like you have physical art collectors, now you're gonna have digital art collectors. And it's just opened up the ability to make a living for these people in a way that didn't exist before. And that is the amazing part of NFTs. So ladies and gentlemen, how do we merge these two ideas? The Tulip mania that some influencers are promoting, but also this new awesome way for artists to get paid for their work now. Can we reconcile it? And should you buy an NFT? I would say this, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be healthy for your wallet to ignore people like Logan Paul that act like this is a surefire way to make you rich, right? If you weren't already the type to go to galleries and look for rare art pieces and flip them on the weekend, in other words, you're not an art dealer, why would you act like one now? Like literally you have these people who've never been interested in art in their life suddenly acting like they're the director of Christie's. Like, stop it, okay? You're not. Instead, I don't know, I think it's pretty simple. I don't even know why I have to explain this, but like, if you like digital art, you're inspired by it, go find a piece you like and then ask yourself, if I could never sell this, would I still buy it? And if the answer is yes, buy it. So there you go. NFTs solved, ladies and gentlemen. Not a scam, but being treated like a scam by the broader internet community. Because honestly, there's nothing we can't mess up. You know what? That's the truth. Give us an amazing technology. We'll price the rock at $1 million. Not that rock, this rock. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. If you enjoyed it, pump the stock. It's free. Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you, and I will see you in the next one.